tonight we're going to be making a warm kale salad with Italian sausage. It's going to be delicious, hearty, low carb, and super flavorful. So let me walk you through my ingredients. I have kale, curly kale. I got 3 Italian sausages, some sliced almonds. I got a shallot and a garlic clove, red wine vinegar, avocado oil, just good old salt and pepper, and olive oil. Now with that, let's get salading. Guys, I love kale. It's one of my favorite vegetables. So we're gonna start with the kale, and then I'm gonna move on building the warm vinaigrette with the Italian sausage. So the first thing you wanna do with the kale is to remove the leaves from the stem. Because the stem is really tough, it's hard to eat. So I just take it with my hand and I basically scrape the leaves from the stem. And then you want to give it a good wash and you drain it. We are now going to go ahead and massage our kale. This is super critical. Please don't skip this step because a dry kale salad is really rough and it's also harder for your body to digest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit sea salt. Now usually I massage the kale with some sort of acid, either vinegar or lemon juice, but today I'm going to try with oil. So I'm going to go ahead and drizzle a little olive oil and get massaging. So, little bit oil. Guys, now we're going to start massaging. If you want, you can use gloves, but my hands are clean and I'm going in with my hands because I want to feel the kale. So you want to, kind of like kneading dough, you want to get in there and gently squeeze the kale. Hey, who didn't love playing with their food when you were growing up, right? This is your chance to be kid again, guys, get in there. I'm looking for this dark color for the kale. I don't want to bruise it too much. Actually, you can't really bruise kale, it's pretty sturdy. It's super good for you. Did you know that kale has 200% of your vitamin C? Yup, talk about immunity. It's a super vegetable. But the massaging makes it so much easier to eat. And the color becomes gorgeous. And all those vitamins are released. Remember guys, the more raw you can eat the food, the better it is because the vitamins and the minerals are retained. So I'm just going to show you this. Look at this beautiful kale. It's dark and green and this is done now. So I'm just going to wash my hands and we're going to get into the warm vinaigrette. Guys, for the warm vinaigrette, it's very difficult to say, people. For the warm vinaigrette, I'm going to be using a garlic clove and a shallot. So, first thing we're gonna do is get these chopped. So let's turn on our pan to a medium-high heat. I'm gonna drizzle a little olive oil because the sausage has enough fat, so we don't need too much fat. Let's chop the shallots. So I want little cubes of it, just nice little chunks. So our shallots are done. I'm gonna put them in the pan now. So we're just gonna brown the onions a little bit. We're just gonna sweat them a bit. Nothing too aggressive. Little garlic, finely chopped. And now I'm gonna throw in the garlic there too. I gotta fix the angle so you guys can see more of the stove. So I'll do that next video, promise. Now little salt. Remember, salt brings out the flavor and the moisture in the onions, so that's what I'm doing. Nothing like a home-cooked meal, after a long, hard day at work. So I turn the heat to a medium. This meal comes together in no time, honestly, guys. So in the vinaigrette, I'm actually using olive oil, but then I just received this super precious avocado oil. I'm actually gonna be drizzling this on top of the salad to get the most benefit. I don't wanna cook the avocado oil, but it's gonna provide that beautiful avocado, delicate taste and all the benefits of the omega-3s and healthy fats and all that stuff. And then we're gonna sprinkle the salad with a little sliced almond. That is it. Now, if you have some dried fruit like cranberries or something, you can throw it in there. That would be delicious, but because I'm trying to keep it low carb, I'm going to skip that. So my onions and garlic are perfectly ready. Now I have these beautiful Italian sausages. I'm gonna be removing the meat from the casing and dropping it into my pan. So we're gonna let this sausage cook, and then I'm going to be deglazing the pan with a little red wine vinegar. Now, if you don't want to use that, you can also use sherry vinegar. You can use lemon juice. Any kind of acid will do. But I love the flavor of red wine vinegar in my vinaigrette, so I'm going to go with that. But first, after raw meat, always wash your hands. Safety first. So I'm just going to be crumbling the sausage in smaller pieces. So every little bite of that salad is gonna have this delicious Italian sausage, and it's gonna be smothered in that vinaigrette, of course. Now you can also use ground beef here or tofu. You can do tofu as well. But I'm craving those flavors with my kale tonight. So I'm going to listen what my tummy tells me. Guys, as this sausage is cooking, I'm gonna give my kale a rough chop. So first, I will move it to my board. You gotta love kale. It's like a giant afro. It's the food afro. Now, I'm just gonna run my knife through it. It's so soft, but still crunchy. So we haven't lost anything from the texture, but on top, we've actually tenderized it. You can chop and then massage as well. But because I didn't, I'm going to chop it now. We're gonna toss the salad in this bowl so everything goes back into the same bowl. You know I don't like to do dishes. I'm just gonna show you this sausage. It's browning up really nicely. Guys, if you don't like kale, you can certainly do this with spinach, with collard greens, with any kind of green. Any kind of robust green would do. We're browning meat, so Bruno's in the kitchen with his mommy. Now the last step is to toast some almonds for the salad. I really love toasting almonds because it brings out the flavor of the nut. Actually, any kind of nut, before you use it, toast it just a few minutes. But remember, watch out, they burn very quickly. So as soon as the Italian sausage is off the stove, I'm gonna toast my almonds. And then it'll be time to eat. So guys, our Italian sausage has browned up nicely. Now this is ready for a splash of red wine vinegar. So I'm going to just do a little bit. And scrape the bottom of the pan. So bottom of the pan has all the flavor. So that acid is now lifting up all that flavor, and we're putting it into the sausage. As usual, we're gonna give this a try, and if anything needs to be adjusted, this is the time to do it. Everything is perfectly balanced. Now let's put on the nuts. So I'm going to put in the Italian sausage straight from the pan into the bowl. Guys, the salad is delicate, so use tongs and just move that guy around. Make sure everything is combined. Oh, it looks so amazing. Hey, where did the sausage go? Oh, they're all under there. So let's give our nuts a little turn and shaky so they don't burn. Oh, I miss Latin dancing. It reminds me of Cuba and those crazy nights in Havana. Last year during this time, me and my buddies were actually in Cuba cycling. How quickly time flies. I think I'm gonna use my pretty orange plate because green and orange, you know, I love the combination. Guys, look at this. These almonds are toasty. So this salad is gonna be like a mountain, but the greens have no calories and lots of benefits. So the only calories here is really the Italian sausage, little olive oil, that's about it. So, and then the almonds, of course. Almonds will add some calories, but they're all good calories. So make sure you eat these days, especially these days, nutrient-dense food, right? I'm really a firm believer of eating your vitamins and minerals rather than just taking tablets, because I think your body uses them more effectively that way. Now the nuts are toasted, so I will remove them from the heat. And now let's move on to the plating. So grab a big portion, and I want to make sure I have enough of that Italian beautiful sausage. Do you see how abundant this salad is? And it has everything you need. It's perfectly balanced, perfectly delicious. Now, of course, our finishing touch. Woo! Those nuts are hot. Ah! Or you can just throw the nuts like that if you can't touch them. Perfect. So I'm looking for a little red on top, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little chili. Oh, I forgot my beloved avocado oil. So let's give this a little drizzle. Perfect. So that's it, guys. This is my warm kale salad with Italian sausage. Bon appetit! Guys, let's give this food a try and see how it tastes. Everything in one bite. It's so delicious. It's so tasty and flavorful. You will not miss anything with this salad. So don't underestimate salads, huh? Super hearty, spicy, meaty, and that kale is super nice. Thanks for watching. Stay home, stay safe, and catch you next time with another delicious recipe. Ciao!